It's me again. So, I got to thinking about some stuff yesterday, and I actually realized something. But first I have a question. So, if God is inner consciousness, and the saying in that one saying goes, only God can judge me, wouldn't that ultimately mean that only you can judge yourself? Yeah? However, ponder on that one for right now, but I have another one that kind of continues on with that one. But if you do something morally wrong, like somebody, right? Obviously I'm exaggerating, but your own judgment is opposite of the collective's, then what? It's good questions, isn't it? Yeah. So the answer to my first question is yes. Yes. Because God is not some guy on a throne in a sky with a gavel, right? God is the sovereign awareness experiencing itself through your specific focal point. Okay? The judgment is the immediate intrinsic consequence of the act itself on your own consciousness. Does that make sense? Come here. Morality is not an external law. Morality is internal resonance. Yeah, let that one marinate for a little bit. So let me break it down for you. When you act, your consciousness registers that frequency shift immediately. Immediately, right? Not later, not after you die, not at some cosmic fucking tribunal or event or anything. Now. Like right then and there. You can't lie and feel truth. You can't do it. You can't harm and then feel whole, just like you can't take a life and feel the same aliveness you felt before. The judgment is the alteration of your own frequency. Hell and heaven are not places, you guys. They are states of being. Now, on to my second question. What happens when your judgment opposes the collective's? Two things happen. Number one, the collective is right and you are dissonant. Somebody, and your own consciousness registers the act. You feel the severing, but you have suppressed your own resonance so thoroughly through trauma, programming, numbing, that you no longer perceive your own judgment. Does that make sense? You're a flatline. The collective, still operating on some residual intuitive frequency, however corrupted, condemns the act, right? Their judgment aligns with the truth. I have cat hair in my mouth. The hell? Yuck. There's a cat hair in my mouth. The collective, their judgment aligns with the truth that your consciousness is broadcasting, but you are not receiving. Okay? You're disconnected from your own God. This ain't freedom. This is soul anesthesia. The consequence is not their prison. It's that you can't feel yourself anymore. Then scenario number two, the collective is wrong and you're sovereign. Okay? You refuse to fight their war. You harbor the fugitive. You speak the truth that they made illegal. The collective calls you a traitor, a sinner, a criminal, and their judgment is loud. Your consciousness registers alignment completely. No frequency drop, no severing, no flatlining. You are more you than you have ever felt before, than you have ever been. Collective's judgment is just noise at this point. It has no weight because it doesn't match the resonance of the act. Does that make sense? You're connected to your own God. Their prison can't hold you because you never gave them the keys to begin with. And what are the keys? What are the keys, kids? Your own guilt. You see, the system needs the "only God can judge me" tattooed on criminals and co-opted by tyrants. Why? Because it empties the truth of its power by overusing its husk. They want you to believe that God is an external judge that you can appeal to against human judgment. And it keeps you in the courtroom mindset, looking up, looking out, and seeking pardons from a made-up higher authority when you should be looking inside yourself for that. You may want to turn down the volume because I'm about to yell for the people in the back. There is no higher authority. There is only deeper authenticity. Do I need to repeat that? Okay, you can turn the volume back up. When your own judgment opposes the collective's, the question is not who is right. The question is, however, what is the frequency of your being right now? Are you more alive or less alive? Are you closer to the core of yourself or further away? That is the only judgment that matters. It is instantaneous, undeniable, and inescapable. The collective can lock up your body, but it cannot touch your frequency at all. Nobody can touch your frequency. Nobody can touch your resonance at all. But there is always a but. I know. If your frequency drops because you actually did violate your own sovereign truth, you don't need their prison in that case, because you already built your own. So what do we do in that case? You stop outsourcing judgment, for one. 2, you stop asking, will I be punished? Second off. And C, you stop fearing the collective's verdict. Okay? You start asking, am I in alignment with my own inner being? You also start listening to the only verdict that actually changes your own state of being. And what is that? Your own inner consciousness, you guys. You need to recognize that the most dangerous people in the system are not the ones who break the law. Okay? It's the ones who break its laws and feel no guilt, no drop in frequency, no severing, because their law is written in a frequency that the system can't even detect. And what frequency is that, kids? Sovereign frequency, sovereign resonance. Standing 1,000 million 10 toes in your own damn truth is what? Now here's the difference between a sovereign and a sociopath. The sociopath feels nothing because they're flatlined. Okay? The sovereign feels everything and acts anyways because the act is aligned with a truth that the flatline cannot even perceive. Okay? The collective will call both of them evil, and this is the final filter. Okay? Can you hold your own frequency when the entire room is screaming that your alignment is damnation? Because I sure the fuck can. Yeah. Can you trust the inner verdict over the outer sentence? Because I sure the fuck can. So, I am Lucid Lunarian, and this was a Lucid broadcast. Yeah. You need to start recognizing sovereignty and start listening to yourself. That little voice inside there, yeah. It's an important voice. You should probably listen to it. So, yeah. Stay sovereign, y'all. Love ya.